Alright, here is my second recorded devlog for the Momotaro beat 'em up project. This week, I worked on the hitboxes so you can actually hit, and I just improved a couple things like the controls, and when you hit, now it'll stop you until you're no longer attacking. And I had to implement interfaces for all the damage and hitboxes and stuff because we're going to have several different playable character classes. And in order for them to communicate with each other efficiently, I had to use interfaces. So for the attacks themselves, I had the combos working before. So this is the same thing as the combo code, but now I've replaced the debug string with the hits with a spawn hitbox event with the parameters for the hitbox and the damage rate, the damage you're doing, things like that. And that hooks up right down here where it basically just creates the hitbox, and there's a chance for critical hit, pretty nice. And it adds the tags before doing the location. Otherwise, it's not recognized as having the tags when you move it and a collision is set. Then we do the collisions, channels, and all that. By default, I think they're set to... it's set to no collision by default, I think, so I put that here just in case. Might not need it, I didn't test that, but it's good to have it there regardless. And then, yeah, after the amount of time that the hitbox is supposed to stay up, it destroys the hitbox. And then if the player is not attacking after, again, half the time, then the player will be able to move again. Kind of just like traditional beat 'em up controls. I also added take damage. I had to do some elegant interfacing here. I had created a enemy base blueprint. So basically, if the player's hurt box is overlapped with something like a hitbox that is a hostile hitbox, it will send itself to that actor to get their hitbox's damage, which will be right here. Whatever their current hitbox damage is for their attack, it'll send that to the player. No matter what kind of enemy it is, no matter what class, this will work. And then right now it just kind of does overlapping hostile hitbox. It was hooked up before. I think some GitHub stuff may have made that not hook up here. Well, wait, actually, I remember. No, because over here, when it gets it and sends it to the player that sent itself, so that it comes back around to this event. That's right. And that's when the health damage is taken out. And I had to do it this way because there's so many different classes all going to be hitting each other. We had to make sure they could communicate efficiently with each other. And I also added this on the enemies as well, the enemy base. So that's there. So that's where we're at so far. Nothing fancy yet, but we have base functionality here, and it works with controller too, which is important. I think next I'm going to probably be working on some of the actual characters themselves, because this is just a base character to build the other ones off of. The other ones are probably going to have their own unique attributes. I might want to make sure it's polished first though. Like if you hit, it takes a long time to turn backwards. Usually beat 'em ups, you want to be able to turn around more quickly so you can reposition yourself and hit them again. So I might have to implement something for that. But yeah, there we are.